Summer holidays vandachu, நம்ம GT Holidays vandachu. GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
Sri Venkateshwaraa College of Engineering and Technology. Admissions open for B.Tech and MBA 2025.
Mad Rabbit, India's finest audio wearable brand, starting at 999.
I'm getting every day like 20 messages saying bank mottai, bank mottai. Everybody's saying that, right? So I was in the plane sleeping, and the air hostesses woke me up, and they gave me some packet of something and a slip. We just watched Good, Bad, Ugly, and it was amazing. That was the birthday message that I got.
And how did you get into Good, Bad, Ugly?
It's not easy to cast me. Somebody has to write something with me in mind. Then they have to try and find my contact number, which is very difficult.
So, how did that narration go on? So, எப்படி வந்து உங்ககிட்ட அதெல்லாம் சொன்னாரு?
He doesn't like that. He doesn't want the preparedness, the rehearsed take. He wants the spontaneous, unrehearsed take.
How was AK, sir?
People look at him as a god. He is aware of it. He does not buy into it. He does not treat himself like, oh, I'm Ajith, sir. He's not like that.
And now, this pic.
One, Raji punched Sivakarthikeyan.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
If you could go back and redo a scene from Good, Bad, Ugly, which one it is?
Adhik Ravichandran does not give you details. I go over there, sir, you're wearing this. I said, there's a mistake. You've given me Priya's costume. No, sir, this is your costume. And I'm wearing a skirt in that.
So, if you could play a villain role in any Ajith film, what would be?
Vida Mirchi.
Hi, Raghu, எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
I'm good, Narmada. நீ எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
நான் ரொம்ப cute Tamil. Okay, so நான் ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கேன். I think welcome back to Chennai.
Thank you. I'm coming after a very long time, actually.
Yes. Okay, so for Rowdies and all, you have had a shoot in Chennai, right?
Actually, Rowdies is a show which is in the Limca Book of Records as the longest running reality show in India. Yeah. It's in 20 years. But it started from Chennai. The first episode was shot in Chennai. And it has launched something that has lasted and survived and is still popular 20 years later. So yeah, Chennai is special for me that way. Also, the last time I was here, I was shooting for a film called Doctor.
Okay.
But when it released, I couldn't come because the pandemic had happened and I had become a father. Yep. So I always wanted to come back to Chennai and experience films here. I've done that now with Good, Bad, Ugly.
So that it will become nostalgia, right? When you visit Chennai again. What are all the things you like about Chennai?
Food. Music.
What's your favorite food?
I'm actually a South Indian. Oh. I'm from Andhra Pradesh. My parents are Andhra Pradesh, but I was born in Delhi. Yeah. Now I live in Mumbai. So, South Indian food is everywhere in the world you'll try and get something like South Indian food, Madras Cafe, you'll get it everywhere. Delhi also, in the country and outside also. But the original is here in Chennai, I find, and I just love everything. The dosas, the sambar. Anything with sambar is awesome. And the sambar is best in Chennai.
And yes, coming to Good, Bad, Ugly. Oh my God, the film is receiving so much responses. So how you are receiving that response from Tamil Nadu?
Actually, I've just come to Chennai. So two things. One, my wife is getting many followers on Instagram who are from Chennai, who are Tamil. She's like, why am I getting these things? It's coming through me. Yeah. Also, I'm getting every day like 20 messages saying bank mottai, bank mottai. Everybody's saying that, right? And saying that they enjoyed my acting. That's also a frequent thing that people are saying. Also, when I was flying here, I was so tired because it was my birthday. I had to leave my birthday party to come here, and I hadn't slept. So I was in the plane sleeping. And the air hostesses woke me up. And they gave me some packet of something and a slip. The slip said, happy birthday, Raghu. And we just watched Good, Bad, Ugly, and it was amazing. That was the birthday message that I got while I was on the way to, Chennai. So I don't know. I think people are going nuts about the film. I don't know what that means about me. I'm not experiencing it fully. But I can sense it. I can sense that the film is impacting and people are really enjoying watching it. And I'm happy for that.
And how did you get into Good, Bad, Ugly? I know you have acted in Doctor film and we enjoyed it with your twin brother also. So how did you get into GBU?
people from Maitri called me because Adhik Ravichandran, the director, he insisted on me. He says, this character is Zakapa, I want Raghuram for it. So Maitri people, it's not easy to cast me. Somebody has to write something with me in mind. Then they have to try and find my contact number, which is very difficult. And then they have to...
Why you are not accessible?
I'm not very accessible. My phone is also registered in somebody else's name, right? It's a kind of a... so you can't. Even if you were to Truecaller or, identify my number, another name will come, not mine. So it's difficult to get in touch with me. And if I get a call from a number which is not saved, I don't pick it up.
I wonder how my team contacted you now.
My wife helps with me, coordinating with everybody. She's amazing.
Okay. She's your manager, right?
She is not my manager. She's my queen.
Queen. Wow. That's
And by the way, you know her. Her name is Natalie DiLuccio, and she's the one who sang Ayla Ayla I in the film I, Shankar's I.
Yeah.
The song Ayla Ayla I.
That's her voice?
That's her voice. That's Natalie. She sung with and toured with Rahman as well, Rahman sir. She has also sung with Anirudh.
Wow.
Anirudh also. So yeah, there is a Tamil connect, strong Tamil connect for Natalie.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So, Adhik வந்து ஒரு பயங்கரமான fan boy சம்பவம் பண்ணிருக்காரு in good bad ugly for AK sir. So, how did that narration go on? So, அவர் எப்படி வந்து உங்ககிட்ட அதெல்லாம் சொன்னாரு?
He has a very different way of working. Adhik I have never worked like this. As an actor, I like getting the script, reading my dialogues, understanding what the character is about, rehearsing it, and then executing it, okay? Yes. He doesn't like that. He doesn't want the preparedness, the rehearsed take. He wants the spontaneous, unrehearsed take. So he doesn't give me the dialogues. He doesn't give me the scenes or anything. When I reach over there, he'll explain, this is what's happening, sir. This is what the character is feeling. And you do it. So he hasn't really narrated the whole thing to me. He just told me what I needed to know about my character and this scene, in this situation. So that's what I went and did it. And then, I figured out what the whole story is going to be and all that. So it was crazy. It was crazy. The story is the second half is just so many things happen, right? So have you watched the film?
Yes,
right?
of course.
Yeah, so it's difficult to follow if you're not watching the film.
So that, I think one of my favorite scenes in GBU is that bank scene. When you say like, Moteya Banka. I think that was the breakthrough scene where AK, he became into action, he was shooting everyone. So that was the breakthrough. So you shared the screen with the biggest star, one of the biggest stars in Tamil Nadu. So how was that? How was AK, sir?
Okay, so I have talked about this. Yeah. Firstly, in Mumbai and Delhi also, when you work with somebody senior, you call them by name. You don't say sir or ma'am. Yeah. It's supposed to be professional to call by. So I have my bosses also. They're older than me. They're older than Ajith sir as well. We call them by name. Okay. There's no disrespect there. It is professional and formal just by calling by name. So Ajith sir is not much older than me. So I went and when I met him, I said, hi Raghu. We were talking. I said, is it okay if I call you Ajith by your name because you're not much older than me? And he said, yeah, I'd love that. He was okay with it. So I used to keep calling him, hey Ajith, help me with this. And we'd rehearse Ajith. Now everybody in the set would just freeze. What? He's calling sir by name. And I can understand that. Now I understand. Because then I became friends with Adhik, Harish, all these guys in the crew. And after shooting in Spain, we'd sit, we'd relax together, just enjoy and just talk. And so then we became friends. And then they told me, why are you calling him by name? You can't call him by name. I get a heart attack whenever you call him by name. That's what Adhik said. I said, why? Then I realized in here, Ajith sir is seen as somebody, he really is for people, right? Not calling him sir could be disrespectful. I don't mean disrespect. Yeah. So working, and then I told Ajith sir, I said, sir, I know you're okay calling me calling you Ajith, but people are very uncomfortable. I'll call you sir only. He said, okay. How was he? He was extremely polite, gentle, accommodating, supportive. He would help everything, because he knows when he comes, he was shooting 2 films, Vida Muerchi and Good, Bad, Ugly. So he was tired. He was tired, of course. I was tired. The bank scene was that. The whole action scene was happening when he was shooting 2 films, day and night, day and night, day and night. And so I saw him, he would just, between takes, he would just conserve his energy. You know, he's just sitting like this. Sometimes he lay down on the floor and slept. If there was half an hour, instead of going, he just lay down and slept. I thought, people look at him as a god. Yeah. He is aware of it. He does not buy into it. He does not treat himself like, oh, I'm Ajith, sir. He's not like that. He is very, I know who I am. He'll sleep on the floor. He will talk softly. Every time, do you want, I like black coffee. So he'll be like, you like black coffee? I'll get you special black coffee. So he used to send people, I finished between takes, he'll say, you want more coffee? Yes, yes. So he'll send in. He's very supportive. Just an amazing person.
He's very kind in nature, right?
He's very kind. See, if anybody was as big a star as he is, they would have airs about it. You know, they would be like, yeah, it's me. You know, but he's not. He just completely stays away from that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's one more thing I find very interesting about him. Being a star is the ultimate aspiration for a lot of people. Yeah. For him, it's not. He doesn't limit himself to films. A star is a limitation for him. So he does racing. He owns a racing company, and which is fine, but he races himself. Do you know how big a deal that is? There was a team called Force India, F1 team, which was co-owned by Vijay Mallya. Can you imagine Vijay Mallya being a F1 driver? That is what he's doing. That is what Ajith sir is doing. It's amazing. So I think, be it age, be it money, be it fame, do not limit yourself to it. Do not buy into what people are saying, and be hungry. Stay hungry and go for it. That's something that, you know, I observed with Ajith sir. Amazing.
And talking about the Tamil films, I think நீங்க தமிழ் படம் நடிக்கணும்னா தமிழ் கத்துக்கணும். So where you learned Tamil and how you learned Tamil first of all? How you dubbed actually in this film?
I didn't dub this film.
You didn't dubbed. Okay.
Because they wanted a certain slang, which I don't have. I will say the words, but you will know that it's not a Tamil speaker. So anyway, having said that, what was it? How did I learn Tamil? Actually, my parents are Andhra Pradesh, Telugu. I was born and brought up in Delhi, which has a strong Punjabi, Hindi kind of culture. But I studied in a Tamil school. It's called DTEA, Delhi Tamil Educational Association. There are 7 branches in Delhi. I was in a branch in R.K. Puram. R.K. Puram is also a very South Indian, Tamilian kind of locality. So my friends were Tamil. The language that was spoken other than Hindi was Tamil, not English. The food that we all ate when I went was Tamilian food. The music that we listened to was Tamil. Films that we discussed were Tamil. You know. So my culture was a very multicultural life that I had. Telugu at home, Punjabi, Hindi outside, school is Tamil. You know. So at that time I was very comfortable with Tamil. I could have a conversation, even though I struggled, but I could understand a lot better, and my vocabulary was better than it is now. But after I moved out of Delhi, I've been living in Mumbai for 20 years now. More than 20 years. So that practice has gone. It'll have to come back. It'll come back.
Definitely. And now I'm going to show you some pictures and you're going to share your memories. Okay? So it will be interesting. You can just share whatever thoughts or memories you have in that picture, right? First pic will be this. Yeah.
That's with SS Rajamouli sir.
Yeah.
It's an ad, okay, that I was doing, and I was honored to be in the same ad as him. So I went first, I shot my bits, and then he came in and we had to shoot our bits together. When he came in, the whole set went silent, just silent. There was nobody talking. And Rajamouli sir also came and sat down like this. It was very awkward. So I went up and I said hi, and I started talking. And again I said, how do you feel about the fact that nobody talks when you're around? So he says, I don't know. In my set, everybody's always talking. Nobody's listening to me. So his aura is also such that people in the creative industry, like for example, we're all a crew here, right? Yeah. We react to Ajith sir differently because he's an actor. S.S. Rajamouli is a director. Do you understand that he is the pinnacle of what a creative technician can become? A creative artist behind camera can become. People were very intimidated by him. And again, like Ajith sir, these are the people who are cool about themselves. Others are intimidated by him. And they really enjoy you talking to them, because nobody talks to them normally. Nobody. So if you have an informal, respectful but informal kind of interaction, they like it. I mean, it makes them comfortable. That's about Rajamouli sir.
And now this pic with Sivakarthikeyan in daughter film, yes? Yeah.
This, again, I'll tell you a memory of this.
Yeah.
Two memories. One, Rajiv punched Sivakarthikeyan.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
A real punch.
Real punch.
Okay.
Now, Rajiv and I, growing up in Delhi, we got into a lot of fights.
Brother fight.
No, with people.
You are telling that casually.
Everybody gets into fights in Delhi. You can't grow up without getting beaten up and beating up a few people.
Yeah.
It's very normal for us. If you see roadies, that attitude is coming from the streets in Delhi. So when we get into a film of a fight sequence, we don't know the filmy fighting, this thing. You pull your punches, you this. So Rajiv in that choreography, look at the effect. It's okay, leave it.
Yeah.
Right? See what I mean? Bam! Hit Sivakarthikeyan, and he was like, I'm sorry, no, it's okay. Next time, just hit like this. So that's one memory. Secondly, again about Sivakarthikeyan, while we were shooting this film, this sequence we were shooting, and it was a 5-day shoot. Around that time, his another film got released. He was playing a superhero or vigilante. What's the name of that film? Hero. That film released, and there was a premiere. So next day was shoot, early morning, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. And we were like, how are we going to shoot? His film has released. There's a big event that's happening. Obviously, he'll be late. We reached on time. He was there ready. He actually, from the event, he came to the set and slept. Woke up, got ready and shot. Sivakarthikeyan.
How dedicated.
This is the attitude that you see in champions. You know what I'm saying? Athletes and all. People who want to become stars, they want the glitz and glamour of stardom, but nobody wants the hard work of stardom. Everybody wants the view on the top. Nobody wants the climb. Everybody wants your success. Nobody wants your struggle. Nobody wants your discipline, which Sivakarthikeyan clearly has. That's why he's so successful. That's why he's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, because he is not buying into his stardom. He is a worker, he's an artist, and he's working hard.
And then this pic, when you took this actually?
There's a reason I took this. I actually don't ask people for pictures.
Okay.
I don't. Because a lot of people ask me for pictures and I find it very annoying. Sometimes I find that they are breaching my privacy a lot of times, okay? Not always, a lot of times. So I understand that and I do not put people through that. I don't. Only 1 or 2 times I have asked people, but those guys have been like people who were actors in the 60s and 70s, senior people. Then I'll ask them for pictures. Otherwise, no. I asked him because I have a son. He's 5 years old. He doesn't watch my films because they're not for children and we limit his screen time anyway. But when he watches his father bleeding in this thing, it's going to affect him. And I told Ajith sir, I said, can I get a picture with you? Because as and when my son watches this film, he needs to know that this was not a real thing, that he doesn't understand fiction, he doesn't understand the filmmaking process, right? So I wanted to make sure that he knew this was make-believe. So that's why I asked Ajith sir, because of this sequence that we've shot, can I take a picture with you for my son? He really, obliged me. So that's the reason for it. Does it make sense? I think it'll make sense to fathers.
No, it makes sense actually. That's a real story behind this pic. Yeah, we get it. And this pic, I think you couldn't never ever forget this picture in your life.
The clothes are see, what happens is, this was a photo shoot for a magazine, I forget which magazine. Okay. And they wanted us, it was about twins. That article that they were doing was about him and me as twins. And they wanted, all my pictures are like this. All my pictures are like this. In life, if you were to search my pictures on Google, it's all like this, okay? So they wanted a different, and I'm always wearing a black shirt
Yeah, why?
and blue jeans. This is what I did. I didn't have a stylist. I didn't have a sense of style or something. I was just working. All my jeans were blue. All my shirts were black, okay? All my pictures are like this. So they wanted a lot of color, a lot of like different kind of and in one picture, he's shouting at me and I'm shutting my ears. In one picture, he's smiling and I'm looking at him. So it was a very colorful, expressive photo shoot that we did. There is a incident connected to this, if I may share.
Yeah, sure.
My wife is Canadian. Her name is Natalie DiLucchio and she has sung in Tamil films as well with Rahman sir. When she and I were dating, her mother asked, who's in Toronto, her mother asked her for a picture of me. Oh, are you dating somebody? All right, send me a picture. She sent Rajiv's picture, not mine, because all my pictures in the internet were like this. All my pictures are like this. So she's like, man, this guy looks so grumpy. She saw a nice picture of Rajiv smiling and said, okay, they're twins. No problem.
God.
So she sent, yeah.
And then her mother said, okay.
Yeah, I mean, what did she say? She doesn't know twins.
So she said, okay to Raju, right?
Yeah, I know.
That culprit. So tell us something about interesting about Raju. Anyone, anything.
Rajiv, actually, there's a word called polymath. Okay. Polymath means somebody who knows something about everything. Wow. He's always known something about everything. Whatever today, AI, politics, American politics, Gaza war, anything you want to talk about, he will give you a well-rounded, multi-source, multi-perspective picture of that thing. History, presence, predicted future, anything. He just reads and imbibes a lot of information all the time. His brain is like that. Yeah, that's something interesting about Rajiv.
And then we are going to play if you could round, okay? If you have to answer whatever you have. If you could steal one actor's fan base, who would it be?
Ideally, no one. I'll tell you why. A fan base like that is scary. It is scary and it is a responsibility. There are people who have tattooed my face on that body. Do you know that? They have tattooed my name on their body. There are people who have named their kids Roadies Raghu. I think that's unfair. That kind of adulation, when you put somebody on a pedestal like that, it's a responsibility on me. Suppose I do something they don't like, right? Or they want me to do something, but I don't want to do it. Now, I have to do it, right? Because they love me so much. That love becomes a responsibility. It becomes a prison. You're trapped. I don't want that. Having said that, I'd love to take Ajith sir's fan base because Ajith sir doesn't have to do much. They already love him. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't promote his films.
That's true, yeah.
That love is unconditional. It is perpetual. It's never ending. But nobody can have that. You have to be somebody like him to get that. So stealing a fan base is a bad idea.
If you could go back and redo a scene from Good, Bad, Ugly, which one it is?
Yeah. The piano scene where I'm wearing a frock. I don't know what the hell. Like I'm saying, Adhik Ravichandran does not give you details. I go over there, sir, you're wearing this. I said, there's a mistake. You've given me Priya's costume. No, sir, this is your costume. And I'm wearing a skirt in that, a frock. I was like, oh my gosh. That's something I'd like to. It's not that I don't enjoy it or I don't think it's good. I'm not being condescending towards people, cross dresses or something like that. I don't think I look good in a frock. That's my problem. But yeah.
Okay. So if you could play a villain role in any Ajith film, what would be?
Vida Murchi.
Vida Murchi, okay.
The villain there.
But why?
It's scarier if it's more close to reality. In a fantasy film, a Zacapa or a Johnny Jammy, they are interesting to watch, but they can't be truly chilling because it's so removed from life. It's in a different world. The clothes are different. The world is different. Vida Murchi can actually happen. it is something that is so scary. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I would like to work also in films where I have the opportunity of really scaring the hell out of you because I can.
Yes, with your look and all.
Yeah.
Right.
Once I was shooting for a film in London, my first film, and a new girl had come in the crew and she was sitting there, and my friends from the co-cast and all that, they came and said, Raghu, please, please scare her. She's scared of you. She's been nervous about meeting you. Go and scare her. I said, okay. I went and I sat in a chair and I just looked at her for a while. She was aware and then she started crying. I was like, oh my God. I made a girl cry just by looking at her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God. So if you could ask Ajith sir one thing, what would it be?
Where did you get that black coffee from? No. I'll actually ask him. I'd love to chill with him and hear stories about his racing.
Wow.
That is what I'm interested in. That's such a different world. It's athletic, it's competitive, it is on the edge, it is so dangerous. There are no retakes. That mindset, he's an artist and an athlete. And artists, I understand, it's my world. I'm surrounded by them. But athletes, so I want to really have conversations with him about racing.
He has ever talked about the racing and all with you?
Yeah, a couple of times. But in that set, you are limited in the time that you have because he was, like I'm saying, he was shooting 2 films and everybody was tired. We did end up talking a little bit. We talked a lot about fitness. I was telling him about what I do for fitness and all that, and he was interested in research.
So if you could erase any one thing in your past life, what would be?
Nothing actually. I have gone through big highs and very big lows. I have cried a lot. I have gone through a lot of pain. I've gone through a divorce. I have gone through scary times during the pandemic my father also passed away. There are things that my father passing away is something I'd like to erase. Yeah. Anything else I don't want to change because whatever I have done, good and bad, has made me come here. Sitting here with you is because I'm married to Natalie, being the father of rhythm. All this has happened because of whatever I did. Mistakes I made, good things, bad things, but it has come here. Yes, there are things about my journey I would like to change, but if I change that, will my destination change? I don't want to change my destination. I want to be here, married to Natalie, father of rhythm, talking to her mother.
Yes, so everything is a learning, right?
Yeah, but the one thing I'd like to erase is my father passing away. I want him to be here. He would have loved watching this film.
Okay, then. So we completed the round successfully. Your answers were so honest. And my personal question, one last question is, why this look, why this hairstyle? And the Mottaya, Banka, Mottaya, this look is also one of the things, right? So why this thing?
Growing up, Rajiv and I were, you won't believe it. Firstly, we're introverts, okay? We don't talk to people much, but that's okay. We were known as cute, Rajiv and I. We had this typical look like hair and specs, and if I show you pictures, we are very cute. And we were fed up of being called cute. We wanted to be a little grown up, a little dangerous, a little edgy. So when I actually started losing my hair, it became thin. Okay. So before I could go bald, I just shaved it off. And that really, I like this look. Why this look? It expresses me. I'm not trying to get somebody else's look. I am a look that others will try and get. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So since your wife is a singer, can you sing a song like the Ottarubba Tare song theriyuma?
Ottaruvan tare oru unapatattum tare nee ottikittu vaadi nama odupakkam povum.
Yeah.
Right? This is why he didn't let me dub, because I'll struggle with the words. Yeah. But next time I come, I'll sing. But there are other Tamil songs I'd sing. There's so many. Tamil music is my favorite music in India.
Really?
Tamil film music. Of all the film musics, my favorite is Tamil. Wow. Really, the words are, I don't understand the words, but there is a beautiful sound to the words. Okay. And the music is the best. I mean, from Ilayaraja sir to Rahman sir to Anirudh and many others. It's just the best music in India as far as films go. I can sing. There are so many Rahman songs I used to sing. There are so many Ilayaraja songs I used to sing. Don't ask me to sing it now.
No problem. You can.
But I used to sing it.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining and all the best for your future career.
Thank you, Narmada.
Yeah, thank you.
Summer holidays வந்தாச்சு நம்ம GT Holidays வந்தாச்சு GT Holidays South India's #1 travel brand.
Sri Venkateshwaraa College of Engineering and Technology. Admissions open for B.Tech and MBA 2025.
Mad Rabbit, India's finest audio wearable brand, starting at 999.